Cupcakes, the sweet and sugary cupcakes, and something with the cupcakes. Cupcakes, cupcakes, cupcakes! Yeah, hello, this is the AnYPony, and I want to talk a little bit about the infamous, the one, the only, the fanfiction Cupcakes. I guess a full-blown fanfiction review does not really make sense, because we are talking about a story that is, I don't know, 10 pages, 20 pages, not really much. This is less than a chapter of many other fictions I read so far. So a completely review would probably not be really, useful, and also we talked about this in an episode of the Bronies Discuss, but here is my danced down version of my thoughts about Cupcakes, about, everything surrounding Cupcakes. First of all, for people who do not know by now, I kind of have a certain dark side, so I enjoy my good old pony gore fest once in a while, in graphical form as well as in form of a fiction. Even so, I probably have to pedal back a little bit. I like certain dark and grim and bloody images, but I don't really need the guts to be flying around. This is like, okay, too much, thanks. It's not really something that puts me off too much, but this is not the type of grim, darkish stuff I enjoy. It's more, I more prefer a more subtle violence-iness in images. In fictions, it's another thing. I mean, I was okay with Cupcakes, so yeah, but for everybody who does not know what it is about, here's a very short recap. Cupcakes is a very short fiction about a more or less insane Pinkie Pie who decides one day to kill Rainbow Dash and turn her organs into cupcakes. That's the story. There's not much. I can probably say a little bit about the intro, like, oh, Rainbow Dash comes there, she gets the poison cupcakes, and Pinkie mumbles something about, oh, your number came up in the lottery, which pretty much implies that everybody in Ponyville has a number. And then the rest of the story is pretty much a very graphical, very detailed description of all the torturing and what Pinkie Pie does. And funny enough, on the one hand, I kind of had the feeling by reading and seeing Pinkie does her usual antics, like making jokes and having this, oh, you silly, this is not how it is supposed to be. She talks very Pinkie-like and has this very eccentric nature she has as the original character. But on the other hand, the scenario she uses this kind of antics is kind of unusual considering the usual content of the show. But yeah, on the one hand I was fascinated by how Pinkie is on a certain level recognizable, but on the other hand it was for me absolutely clear at any point that this is out. This is not even attempting to be canon. This felt really like an very, very alternative universe. Even so, it spawned a lot of amazing stuff that like for example the Pinkamena Tumblr, what else? I read a whole fanfiction. This is which is an alternate ending to Cupcakes, which pretty much starts half in the middle of Cupcakes. AJ bursts in and saves Rainbow Dash, but in the attempt she has to beat down Pinkie Pie and accidentally kills Pinkie Pie, so the rest of the story is pretty much, this whole long multi-parter fiction is pretty much Rainbow and the whole of Ponyville getting along with the trauma they went through and the loss of Pinkie as a friend. And where was I going with this? Yeah, I wanted to explain. So all those stories kind of have this very, very alternative vibe to it. I never had a problem separating this from the show itself. And funny fact, I rather recently came into contact with another very, very epic and well-known fiction I will talk about in reviews, so you may now guess which one I'm talking about. Wah, wah, wah. There are hints. When you are following me on multiple platforms, you will pretty easily be capable of figuring out what fiction I recently read, which got me far more than Cupcakes. Seriously, I read Cupcakes and thought like, ho 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 ho. I read Rainbow Factory, also didn't get to me, but this other story I came into contact with, it was a little bit gory and stuff, but this was not the main focus. Oh my god, I cried. I cried so much throughout this story. Oh god. And oh, I'm not referring to My Little Dashie. I mean, My Little Dashie makes me cry like a Schlosshund, as you would say in German. it really made me become the Niagara Falls. It was just, oh god, My Little Dashie. But this is a topic for another episode, maybe another rambling, I don't know, because I believe My Little Dashie also has not enough material for a complete fiction review, and this way I save a lot of time. Yeah, I guess I will talk about My Little Dashie in another episode, and depending on in which order I produce and upload these videos, this will probably happen in reversed order or something like this. There will be a link on screen as soon as the My Little Dashie thing is up. Whatever. Go away. Yeah, I cried to My Little Dashie, but for other reasons, because this mystery fiction I am not going to reveal now, for absolutely nonsense reasons. I'm trying to be mysterious for the heck of it. Oh my god. Well, this got me on not just a very cheesy, tear-provoking level, but whoa, it really made me, it made me cry out of depression. So, and Cupcakes, no, Cupcakes couldn't get this. I can totally understand everybody who has a problem with Cupcakes and everything that came from Cupcakes, somebody who is not into grimdark and somebody who does not want to see their beloved characters from the show get presented in this light. I can totally see this, I can respect this, and it is pretty much what I said in regards of spoiling and clopping. Everything you enjoy is fine, enjoy it for myself, but don't force it on other people who don't want to get into contact with. So I totally respect and I can totally understand that you are not into this kind of stuff. This bloodlust is not necessarily healthy. I don't expect that I will start killing people in real life, but I have a certain fascination for the bloody stuff, so. But yeah, I didn't really had a problem with it on this level, because it was recognizable enough so that I could say like, oh, this is not too bad written, but it was so absurd that I was like, whatever, this was a fun flick, so it kind of satisfied my bloodlust without really getting to me on an emotional core. And this is pretty much my thoughts on Cupcakes, and Rainbow Factory on a similar level, even so it was not. Rainbow Factory had more story and less gore for the sake of gore, so this is another category, and got the soundtrack! And also I recommend for everybody who kind of is fascinated by this stuff as well, if you haven't already, check out the Cupcakes animations on YouTube. You can find them rather easy if you go to Bronies React to Cupcakes. They have links to the two videos, and I love this one. Are you ready to die? Are you ready to die? Da, 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 da. I'm so with Mix the Microphone on this one. Ah, awesome. Anyways, you know what? I'm generous today. I am putting all those links into the description. Yes, this is AnYPony saying see you soon.